welcome to Testimony Tuesday. I have Sonia here today, one of my good friends, and Sonia's got an amazing transformation story. She lost, how much did you lose altogether?
Like 50 pounds?
50 pounds, and she did it all on her own. And then just a little bit ago, she had a baby, a second baby. So she's got a daughter close to Madison's age, and then now she's got baby Hank.
Yeah.
And so she's been through amazing success, and she's been through the mom challenges. So I just wanted her to share her story with you guys. It's so encouraging, and it has inspired me, and I know that it's going to inspire you guys as well. So Sonia, what was the turning point for you? This isn't how I want to be. I want to lose weight. I want to make healthy choices.
For me, it started with, not being able to fit into clothes that I wanted to fit into, but also that I was really tired all the time. And I had a newborn at home, and I just knew that I was too exhausted to play with her. I was too exhausted. I knew that as she got older, I'd be too exhausted to play with her, and I just laid on the couch all day with her, and we didn't really do anything. I didn't have the energy to want to do anything. It's summertime. I didn't want to go outside and play with her or take her for a walk because I just felt so gross and big, and my head was constantly thinking about my weight. So I just knew that I needed to get healthy for her, and she needed a healthy mom. A mom that could take her out to go play. And I was young, I was 19 when I had her. Oh, wow. So, the fact that I was 19 and I didn't want to do anything was kind of upsetting. So I decided that, no, I'm going to lose weight, and I'm going to go take her out for bike rides when she's older. And I want to be a mom that can keep up with a toddler. Because at that moment, I was 180 pounds, and I knew that I wasn't going to be able to keep up with her. So what drove me to it was her. I needed to get healthy for her.
Did you gain your weight from being pregnant, or did you have weight issues before you had Charlie?
Yeah, I had weight issues before her. So,
okay.
As I was in high school, I would drink a lot, and so that led to just making poor choices in eating. So I was overweight before I had her, and then when I had her, because I didn't care, I just kept eating and eating and eating, and when I was down or sad, instead of making better choices, I just ate. So I went into my pregnancy overweight, and then after I had her, even more so, and I just kind of gave up and said, this is what I'm gonna look like.
So what kind of changes did you have to make in the beginning? What did you do?
I had no idea how to exercise, so I just chose to make some Google searches and figure out what do I need to do, because I had no idea. So I just decided, okay, well, every 3 hours I'm gonna set a timer and I'm just gonna eat, and that's all I was gonna do, because I had no motivation to go to the gym, because I didn't want people to see me overweight at the gym. So it's just like insecurity for that, and I didn't know how to work out anyways. So I just chose, I'm just gonna eat every 3 hours, set a timer on my phone, just to start somewhere, because I knew that if I added anything else, I wasn't gonna do it. So I started off with just eating every 3 hours, and then making a healthier choice every single day. Because when you go from eating junk food every day, it wasn't realistic for me to just jump on the health wagon. So I just ate every 3 hours just to get my metabolism going, and then I added water, and I started drinking more water, and then so just gradually I just started making little steps like that to start losing weight.
So what would be some of the food choices that you made when you would start eating every 3 hours?
So for breakfast, I just scrambled eggs. I'd have that. Just have eggs in the morning, and then I always heard that oatmeal's really good in the morning, so then I just started adding oatmeal with my eggs. So I had that first thing in the morning, then 3 hours after that, I would just go and see what was in my fridge. If there was an apple, I'd grab an apple and banana or something. I'd eat that, and then at lunch, I always had a tuna sandwich at lunch. It was I love tuna, so I had tuna sandwich at lunch, and then I'd go get another snack.
So what would be your snack?
Another snack I'd have, honestly, just whatever my mom cooked for dinner the night before. I'd just get a smaller portion of it and just eat it. Or I'd have a yogurt. I think so I did that too.
Yeah.
So just anything that I thought was good, healthy, I just grabbed and ate.
Yeah.
I didn't count anything. I just ate it.
So during this transformation and during when you first started, did you start seeing results right away, or was it a struggle? And did you mentally, what was the hardest part for you during this time?
Was knowing that I wouldn't get results right away. That was really hard because I was like a size 14, and even then, like, I had all my stomach hanging out. And it was during the summer that I decided to lose the weight. So the hardest thing for me was knowing that I wouldn't get results in a week, you know, and every time I weighed myself, the scale wouldn't move. So that was hard for me. So it definitely was just knowing that it was going to be a long process, but I had to keep going, and so I just knew that if I kept going, I would see results. And but the more I, focused on if I fit into those jeans yet, and the more discouraged I was, the more I just decided it was easier to go back into my old patterns of just eating whatever I wanted, because you know what, once you settle in that mentality that you're not going to lose the weight, it's dangerous, and that's something that I constantly had to deal with. Is if I didn't see results, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to eat whatever I want. Nothing's working. So that was really hard. I would just fall back into that and just eat whatever I wanted. And
Wow. To kind of touch a little bit more on that, so that obviously was your struggle, like what kind of what did keep you going though, like, because there's certain little milestones that keep us going, like, so was it fitting into your jeans? How did you deal mentally every day? Like, what were some of the things that you did every day to...
Well, like, to touch more on that, like, I struggled with food. So I struggled still with food in a sense of, if I ate bad and I was doing well for a week, but then I just binged, I would just go and throw up. And that was hard for me, because I just felt like if I had to be perfect. Once I started going and I didn't see results, I felt like I had to be perfect. So I would go throw up if I didn't see results, or I just starved myself and I wouldn't eat. Or I remember there'd be days where I'd wake up and I'd work out right away and just wouldn't eat for as long as I can, because I thought that was how you lost weight. So that was something that I constantly had to battle too, was just like, food was like my enemy. I hated food because I knew food, for me, I thought food was the reason why I was so big. And so I just, food was hard, and I would obsess over, how many calories I needed in a day, and it wasn't enjoyable. But what got me through it was literally Jesus. I remember just praying and being like, I'm not losing weight. This really sucks. Like, what do I need to do to get where I want to be? And I literally just felt him tell me, like, you need to stop stressing out and take this one day at a time. So, I put that on my phone, and it's still the background on my phone right now. And it's one day at a time. And so I would wake up the next morning and just tell myself, do not focus on what my goal is to fit into those jeans. Like, don't think about like where I want to be. Focus on today. So today my goal is to eat a good breakfast, to eat a good lunch, snacks. If I had a workout, great. If I can't, at least I'm gonna eat healthy that day. So every single day I would just wake up every morning and tell myself, one day at a time. One day at a time. So if I messed up today, that's okay. One day at a time. Tomorrow I'll make a better choice. But that's definitely what got me through those bad days, is that when I would break down and want to throw up, or I'd go binge in my room, I wouldn't get down on myself. I just tell myself, okay, I need to take this one day at a time. But that's ultimately what got me through it. It wasn't my clothes. It wasn't what I wanted to look like, or the fitness girls that I always looked at. It was just knowing that I needed to take it one day at a time. Which was hard. Like, you want to see results so fast. But it is important to just tell yourself, like, you need to just enjoy it and focus on one day at a time. But that still took me a long time to finally figure out, because I was constantly comparing myself, and I was constantly making bad decisions, and then, you know, I'd go back to eating again and then gaining more weight again. But it was a process of getting to that point where it was, I had to be okay with it being a journey.
That's so powerful. It's so simple, one day at a time. It's so simple, but it's so powerful, because really today is the only day we have, and if you just focus on doing your workout today and eating healthy for today, or just the next meal, or just the next hour, it's so simple but powerful, because it stops you from being distracted about what may happen tomorrow, or not getting there. And I think that's amazing. And I think if anybody could take one piece of advice from this video, it'd be just to focus on today and do what you need to today, and you compact that. It's like building, like Rome wasn't built in a day, laying brick after brick after brick, and that is what builds an amazing, strong building, right? So she had this amazing transformation, as you guys can see in the picture. How much did you lose in total?
50 to
50
60
pounds.
Yeah.
So what was your lowest weight then once you were done?
120.
120.
Yeah.
Wow.
From 180.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And so when you got to where you wanted to be, was your mind caught up with your body, or were you still kind of in the same thinking pattern?
Yeah, it was definitely a battle, because I felt like, you know, once I get to this weight, I'll be fine. I'll be happy and I'll love it and I won't care. But no, when I got there, I was like, there's still this that I can fix. There's still this that I can get rid of. I could probably get down to 110, and it was like an obsession in my head.
Yes.
So again, it was a battle where I had to tell myself, like, no, like, you know, it was definitely beyond working out. It was definitely beyond my outside appearance. I had to really figure out who I was inside to be happy with what I look like on the outside. Because once I got to my goal weight, I did feel a lot more energetic, and I was able to play with Charlie more and do more things. And I did feel more confident in myself. But that was definitely because I had to rely on Jesus for him rebuilding my inside and making me confident through the inside out. Because there was days where being 120 was not satisfying. I wanted to be skinnier, or I'd compare myself to girls that had abs now, and it's just like, you know, I was just never satisfied.
It's like an ever-ending pit. It's an addiction almost, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. It definitely has been like that, where it's just constantly, it was never good enough. There's always something else that I could have done or can do to get thinner or more lean. But it was definitely something that, again, it was an everyday thing where I had to tell myself, like, you know, I'm beautiful, and like I was made, you know, I was made for amazing things, and it's a waste of time to just focus on, you know, what my outside should look like. But so once I was at my goal weight, it felt great, but it was still a battle of renewing my mind every day. So then that was what my picture meant for me every day, was like, one day at a time, like, what can I tell myself today to make myself love me? Because I thought that losing weight would make me love myself more. But it wasn't the case, so.
No, because it's such an internal thing. It's such a hard issue, right? Wow, that's amazing. And now she just had a baby Hank, which he's so adorable. So I just had a few questions on that, because I know some of you are moms, and maybe you have had similar stories to Sonia's, or you've just had a baby and it has changed your body. And so she's kind of got the best of all these stories that she can give you amazing advice and tips. After having baby Hank, what were some of your thoughts towards your body? And how did you struggle, or?
I thought I prepared myself while I was pregnant. I told myself, okay, you know, your body's not going to be exactly the same after you have him. It's okay. You're just going to have to work hard to get back to your weight. But after I had him, it was just like, I just felt like depression. Like, you know, all my clothes went from an extra small now to me just wanting to wear my workout clothes because it was baggy and I had nothing else to wear. And I still don't really have anything that fits me. So I thought that it'd be easier after I had him and just be okay with where I was at. But it's definitely hard. I can, as you said, like, I kind of got the best of both worlds. I went from fit now to struggling with, how I feel and what I look like. And it's been really hard. But that's something I need to hold on to and just tell myself it's one day at a time. But for me, it feels harder now because I've seen what I did look like before him, and seeing my toned body before him, and then seeing it now and just being blown away that it's like, oh no, like how did I get here? Has been a lot harder than before when I was just, at 180 pounds. I didn't know what I would look like. So the journey was a lot different. So I'm definitely preparing myself, and I'm excited now. It's something that I had to tell myself in the last 2 months that it's okay. Like I will get back to where I want to be, and one day at a time. But it was definitely hard to see what used to fit me and what now doesn't fit me. So yeah.
Wow. Do you think? So my next question is your mindset different now than it was when you first started? So maybe it's harder to see yourself in your body now because you know what your body looked like. But your mind, is it in a different place than it was the first time you started? Yes.
It's definitely a lot more excited because I know that I can do it.
Yes.
And I know that you guys can do it too.
Yes, 100%.
And it is exciting, and it's something that like my mind is just ready. Like that's just 1 year, and then I'm gonna be back at where I want to be. And I know that it just takes to focus on today, one day at a time. So my mindset is very different because I know that I'm capable. Mine is very different this time, and I'm very excited. And I'm actually excited for the journey. But once I got that one day at a time, it was easy to know. And to be honest, I stopped weighing myself. And I forgot. And so like the pictures that are up, like I just took a random photo one day and I realized that I lost a lot of weight, and I honestly just completely forgot. I just started to enjoy the journey of fitness and just fell in love with being healthy. That one day I woke up and I literally was like, I lost a lot of weight.
Wow.
So I'm excited to do that again.
So what would be your best piece of advice for someone that has been where you've been before and is starting your weight loss? Maybe you've never lost weight. Maybe you feel like you keep failing or tripping up and quitting all the time. What would be your best piece of advice for that person, as well as the person that was fit before and had a baby and now is feeling like it's a struggle to get the weight off? So what would be your best top 2 tips for those people?
Is to spend some alone time with yourself and just kind of go over the goals you have. So I had my goals and I knew that's where I wanted to go, so what I did every day followed. But definitely just enjoy the journey and know that it's going to take some time, and it's okay. Like, and having fun with your workouts, and seeing how many reps you can do next time, or seeing how many weights you can up next time, because that's so much fun. And make it fun on one day at a time. Just focus. Wake up the next morning. What are you going to do today? What are you going to do that's healthy today, and move forward from that. And then every single day just keep doing that, focusing on what are you going to do to be healthy today. What choice are you going to make? My second tip is just to enjoy the journey.
That's such an amazing, powerful testimony, Sonia. And I can agree with her when it comes to focusing on every day and not, it's so easy to get caught up in our appearance, but honestly, if you cannot be happy through the journey, once you get to your weight, you will never be happy. And it will be, you may think you will, you may think the body of your dreams will make you happy, but you will have so many other addictions and dysmorphia. You will see yourself not like others see you, and it won't be healthy. And so just loving yourself in the moment, and really working on your mind the most, and your heart the most. And last question, sorry I keep going. How big of an impact did your mind have in this whole journey?
I don't even know how to say it, but like it played. If my mind wasn't right, I wouldn't have done it. There's, if when I chose to love myself and love my body, that's when I saw the transformation.
So she took what was she used to do externally, and she focused on her heart and her mind, and found like scripture, read the word, probably motivational quotes. She prayed, she asked God to show her who she was, and you guys can too. When you are alone, just ask God, like, who am I? How do you see me? And He will show you. He's faithful. Wow, Sonia, that was amazing testimony. Thank you for sharing. If you guys have any questions for Sonia, you can send them to our email. It will be below if you don't already have it. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Bye.
See you.